Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here and welcome back to a new video. So today we're going to talk about the reviews of dramas I've been watching in the previous month. And I've been watching, as usual, a couple of K-dramas, C-dramas, and one J-drama. Let's start with the drama that I dropped. This is Bad and Crazy and it stars Wee Ha-jun as well as Lee Dong-wook. It's a drama about the male lead with like a dual personality disorder, and he's pairing up with his ex-girlfriend to fight corruption as well as solve various cases. This drama wasn't bad, it was just not my cup of tea. I feel like comedy is hit or miss. In this one, it felt a little bit too over the top, and I just had mixed feelings all the way, and I watched like around 6 episodes in. And what really reeled me in was photos and photo shoots and stills of these two characters having a fun time on Twitter. I really like the kind of bromance aspect, and too bad I wasn't interested in the cases and it felt a little bit cheesy for me. Moving on, I finally watched and completed Jirisan. This is a drama with A-list actors. So we have the female lead, Jun Ji-hyun, which is one of my favorite actresses ever since My Love from the Star. You have Joo Ji-hoon as well as one of my favorite older actors, Song Dong-il from the Reply series. It follows a group of mountain rangers and various cases. There's a little bit of supernatural element in here as well. And I really liked the first 10 episodes. I thought that the different endings were beautiful, and the finale with the sunrise was just stunning. I got chills from it, but it was a little bit unsatisfying. Although I have mentioned all these actors in the beginning, I end up falling for Oh Jung-se's character. I thought that his storyline was really touching, and I thought it was a little bit draggy, and it could have easily been 12 episodes. I also had mixed feelings on the ghost or paranormal supernatural element. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. This was mysterious, heartbreaking, and eye-opening. I definitely appreciate that the writers are bringing such a beautiful cast together for a drama that gives awareness and respect to mountain rangers and similar people in these types of occupation that risk their lives every single day. Some of these stories stood out more than others. There were very dangerous missions, and it's just beautiful. Overall, I gave this a 7 out of 10. I still would recommend it because despite some slow moments or some mishaps here and there, maybe CGI was kind of looking shaky in some scenes, I think it's a powerful drama and it's quite unique since we don't get too many of these that are solely focused on mountain rangers. I also finished the controversial Snowdrop, and this was controversial for a couple of political and historical reasons in China. There were even crazy bans sent to the Blue House trying to take this drama down, but ultimately they couldn't because it is based off of fictional characters. And for that whole situation, I just feel bad for the actors. But I thought Jung Hae-in did an incredible job. This one stars Jung Hae-in and Jisoo from Blackpink. Lots of people were criticizing Jisoo, and I definitely see why during the first few episodes. But if you stick to the drama, I believe around episodes 7 to 8, when you have these more emotional scenes, I think she does deliver. It's not perfect, but I'm actually surprised that she did this well, and it's a very risky role if you think about it. Usually actors, idol, rookies, whatever, their first time, they want something lighter, easier, like a rom-com or just a side comedic character. However, I'm so happy that she didn't do that and she did something unconventional. There's so many moments where she's yelling, screaming, heartbreak, despair, and crying. So definitely if you're trying to watch this just for the CP or the main couple, the romance in general, maybe don't, because the romance is actually super slow and the main focus of this drama a lot of the time is the action, the politics, and basically how the male character is going to get out of these crazy situations involving cops, politicians, spies. Back to Jung Hae-in, he is one of my favorite actors of all time. I actually bumped into him one time, when I was at the airport. Well, more like his crowd of fans. I didn't get to really see him because he went into his truck, but anyways, that's a cool little story. I thought he was great, and If you've seen DP, you know he does the cold side really well. And if you've seen his other romance characters, he also does the really sweet character that's in love great as well. So overall, he can literally act with a garbage can. Not saying that Jisoo is a garbage can. I'm just saying that in general, he can act with like a wall or anything and make it still emotional. Despite me defending Jisoo and loving the acting between them, the chemistry, I thought that the storyline wasn't great. The script writing was a little bit messy, chaotic. I gave it a 6.5 out of 10 overall. And for once, I agree with everyone on the internet who wants to see them reunite in a rom-com or something. The next drama I finished is Our Beloved Summer, starring Kim Da-mi and Choi Woo-shik. These two are A-list actors. I've watched them in The Witch before. Super interesting to see them play like crazy violent characters in that movie. I think it was like a supernatural horror versus this one, which is just super fluffy and awkward and introverted. If you watch their interviews, you would know they are actually so awkward in real life and they're introverted as well. I thought the chemistry was super good, as well as the beautiful cinematography that nobody can shut up about. And one of my favorite dramas of all time is Le Coup De Foudre, and it really reminds me of that. I just love the concept of lovers separated and years later they reunite again, and it's filmed on camera, and there's little interviews and clips of them from the beginning or at the end of the drama. So if you liked Our Beloved Summer, highly recommend Le Coup De Foudre. However, the romance was slower than I expected. There are very cute little moments here and there and hilarious awkward run-ins with each other. They just know each other so well, and the chemistry was not cheesy. It felt natural. This one I would say is one of the most bingeable dramas though, and I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. The last K-drama I completed is Bulgasal, Immortal Souls. Where do I even start? This one was quite slow at the beginning. I don't know, it took me at least 3 to 4 episodes to really get into it, but the payoff was pretty high. It was so filled with intense moments, tension between the leads, and the charisma is oozing from both Lee Jun and Lee Jin-wook. From the release of the posters and the cast members, I just knew that I had to watch this one just for the iconic leads. They're just very beautiful, and Nara and Gong Seung-yoon's eyes are just stunning. It's really intense, as I said. And I really enjoyed the flashbacks to what happened 1,000 years ago in the past, which gave the male lead this curse, and he's trying to hunt the female lead down and kill her, basically. I thought the mystery was really well done in the first half. The second half is a bit slower. This is another one that I thought could have been 12 episodes long. Some episodes, after the 8 or 9 episode mark, I was feeling like this could have been condensed a lot. In a whole episode, which was an hour or an hour and 20 minutes, you would have 40 to 50 minutes of it just having one revelation, and then you would have the rest of the characters react to the same thing in different points of views. And it was kind of annoying because I was this started from a very dark, intense fantasy, murder mystery, to ultimately loads of melodrama. And I found that most of the reveals were kind of underwhelming, or I didn't care too much about it. With that being said, I ended up falling in love with Lee Jun's character the most. He's a very flamboyant, I wouldn't say he's that over the top. It was not cringy over the top, but he was definitely menacing, intimidating. I didn't know when he was gonna snap, and you definitely couldn't trust him, but at the same time, you couldn't help but love him. Anyways, I would give this drama a 7 out of 10. Onto the 2 C-dramas. So the first one is The Lion's Secret. It stars older actors, and maybe some of you might know the second male lead, which is Micah. He used to be one of the most popular actors in Taiwanese dramas. I started this drama because I was looking for something light but with some action. It's hard to really find a good rom-com action drama. But this one, it really delivered, well, at least for the first half. This one had a very charming male lead, and although I've never watched anything with him before, I really liked him. I thought that the secret military squad was interesting as well, and the biggest aspect that bothered me here was the romance. Surprisingly, the female lead and the second female lead were just really hard to like. There were so many moments where she was so rude for no reason. I get that she has trauma, but she was literally like slapping shit out of his hand and acting like he was beneath her. The military aspect and bromance was really good. The scenes where there was like secret infiltration or when they were fighting off the enemies together was really entertaining. Fight scenes are very well choreographed, and overall, although there are so many good things, it just sucks that this is another one that the ending episodes basically broke the drama for me. This was like a high 8.5, and then it dropped to a 6 instantly after the last few episodes, just because it got super draggy, predictable, and the last case that we were building up so many episodes for was super underwhelming to watch. It was really dumb, predictable, and unsatisfying. I also was hoping for a double wedding at the end, since both of the female leads got proposed to, except at the proposal, I'm like, why not give us at least one extra episode or 10 minutes, even 5 minutes, maybe a little epilogue would have been better to see them end up happily ever after. Even though it was hinted at, I thought that would have been better, since they made the fans sit through 33 episodes anyways, might as well give us a 10-minute wedding ceremony. But no, that didn't happen. So I gave this one a 6 out of 10. Thankfully, the next drama I absolutely loved. This is Reset. I know a lot of people have been commenting that this is probably their favorite drama of the year or of the past 2 years, and I definitely see why. It stars Bai Jingting and Zhao Jinmai. It only has 15 episodes and it's all available on YouTube with English subtitles. Going into this, I already have a bias for dramas with time travel, time loop, anything time related, fantasy, sci-fi, I'm so into. And this is a time loop about the two main leads getting looped into this bus accident, and they have to get out of this loop by trying to figure out how to stop it from exploding. I know this one is like super spoiler heavy, so I wouldn't go into that. I would just say just go into it and you'll love it. My favorite episodes was probably episode 7. The watermelon scene was just wow, I got chills. If you know, then you know. I also really love this side character, Ludi. I won't really go into spoilers, but I feel like the best thing about this is definitely script quality. Yes, the acting is great, but without a good script, no matter how good your actors are, it just wouldn't cut it for me. And I hope this proves to the drama industry you don't need to recycle tropes or have stupidly long dramas just to get views, because this one definitely hit millions of views upon the first 2 or 3 days. I also want to comment about Bai Jingting's character. I love that he's just very real, and despite all of us saying that you want to be the female lead, I doubt you can. Even though you want to help everyone, be this kind hero and try to stop this from happening or injuring people, you probably wouldn't want to risk your life. Like he said during, I think, the first couple of episodes, he basically had an argument with her and said, you go on your own, I'm done, I'm gonna stay here where I'm safe, what's the point? Let's just say it's a freak accident and we were the lucky ones that survived it. I think that's the reality, the very 85% of the world will probably resonate with his character, just because in real life you do feel bad about accidents, but they happen all the time and you're putting yourself in danger. And even though it's selfish, the probably normal thing is to react like him and just be like, okay, I'm safe now, thanks for everything, I'm freaking scared and I don't want to do this. But of course, the female lead's kindness gets to him, changes him. It's beautiful seeing so much that they've been through, and some really crazy stuff happens. I gave this one a 9.5 out of 10, but I might bump it up to 10 if I rewatch it and see the little clues here and there. I enjoyed that a lot. Last but not least is the unproblematic, wholesome, and probably one of the best BLs I've ever watched, or dramas in general, Kieta Hatsukoi. Even if you're not a BL fan, this one is just so adorable with only 24 minutes an episode and 10 episodes. Super bingeable. Try it out. It will probably change your mind. I convinced my sister, who is so anti-BL, to watch it, and she absolutely loved it, even though she probably won't watch a different BL. But this one is wholesome on so many levels. On the surface, it's just a very good rom-com done well to perfection. But I think the driving force that makes this one stand out is just the characters. who are actually hella confused too. None of these characters start off as LGBTQ, but eventually you'll see them fall for each other, and it's truly a pure and wholesome experience. The second characters or side supporting characters are super supportive and great friends to the male lead. There's really no toxicity or any like shading or love triangle in here. Every single relationship, whether if it's friendship, even rivals at one point, and relationships, was just so healthy, and they just communicated so well. And yeah, definitely watch it if you haven't seen it already. And that is it for today's video. These videos always go on for a little bit too long, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I recently started filming first impression videos, and I've been enjoying doing those just because it's more fresh, and sometimes I'll drop a drama halfway and not get to mention it during these end of the reviews video. So right now I'm watching Hello the Sharpshooter. I'll probably film that first impression soon with Cupid's Kitchen. Probably gonna watch Why Women Love when that comes out. So look forward to those reviews, and hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Give me your thoughts, opinions on these dramas. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And I'll see you guys in the next video.